Imagine you had one little box, and in it was endless entertainment, like your favorite TV shows, or exactly the movie you're in the mood for, whatever that mood might be. And what if this same little box also put thousands of other choices at your fingertips, like music, news, even live sports, all on demand? This little box pours on the fun for the entire family, even the birds. Stop dreaming, start streaming. Get Roku. Tons of entertainment, one little box.
And I'm ashamed of those in the White House and in the media who are just fearmongers. They're reckless, they're shameless, and I'm going to call them out right now. You know Obama has Attack Watch? Yeah, I'll do the work for him. I'm going to call it Conspiracy Watch. Here's the conspiracy.
Conspiracy Watch. Alert, Glenn Beck launches another crazy conspiracy. Conspiracy Watch. Beck says Tunisia is the Archduke Ferdinand moment. Conspiracy Watch. Beck says protests will cascade across the Middle East. Conspiracy Watch. Don't listen to another word out of Glenn Beck's mouth. It's all a big conspiracy.
Okay, that's what everybody said.
Conspiracy Watch.
Yeah, that's what everybody said. Let me go to the New York Times this weekend. You would not believe the conspiracies, the demagoguery. Quote, while the popular uprisings of the Arab Spring created new opportunities for American diplomacy, it has also presented the United States with some challenges and some worst-case scenarios that would have, at one time, almost been unimaginable. Yeah, if you have puny little imaginations like at the New York Times, unimaginable. No one I can think of ever pointed out the possible problems with the Arab Spring movement. It's unheard of. What are these unimaginable claims? New York Times. Hate mongers. What if the Palestinians' quest for recognition of a state at the United Nations, despite America's pleas otherwise, landed Israel in the International Criminal Court? What if that would happen? I know it never will. Don't you hate these hate mongers at the New York Times? What if it fueled deeper resentment of the United States? No! Or touches off a new convulsion of violence in the West Bank or Gaza? Conspiracies, yes. In the process, diplomats now are in on this conspiracy, that the actions of the United States could even nudge the Arab Spring towards radicalism. What? The officials privately warned of the emergency of an outwardly hostile government dominated by the Muslim Brotherhood. What? Those are good guys. Yeah. They're great. They're peacemakers. Me smoke 'em peace pipe. Remember that? The Muslim Brotherhood and the remnants of Mr. Mubarak's party. Criminal court. Fingers pointing at America. More violence against Israel. Spread of radicalism. Crazy. Poppycock. Crazy conspiracy theorists. Rubbish, I tell you. Quoting the New York Times, or if Egypt, emerging from decades of autocratic rule under President Hosni Mubarak, responds to an anti-Israel sentiment on the street and abrogates the Camp David Peace Treaty, a bulwark of the Arab-Israeli stability for 3 decades. Wow. Good thing we have these people from the New York Times to think these heady thoughts like that. Egypt abandoning the peace treaty? Turning on Israel? That can't possibly be. These are the new sons of liberty, not hate. Tomfoolery, New York Times. You're dangerous. Hypothetical outcomes seem chillingly present. What would happen if Turkey, a NATO ally that the United States is bound by treaty to defend, sent warships to escort ships to Gaza in defiance of Israel's blockade, as the Prime Minister has now threatened to do so? Turkey? Now he's talking about Turkey. Poppycock, I tell you. The hell is wrong with these people? You must stop listening. Do not listen to these people. They are dragging us in the wrong direction, and they're playing innocent the whole time. Quoting from the New York Times, a newly assertive Turkey offered a vision of a starkly realigned Middle East. Realigned Middle East, what? Where the country's former allies in Syria and Israel fall into deeper isolation, with an alliance with Egypt underpinning a new order, roiled by revolt and revolution. A few months ago, I stood in front of a camera just down the street. I was called by every expert. I was ridiculed in every newspaper, on every channel, including my own, roundly hammered for pointing these things out. And yet, here's the New York Times saying, nobody's thought of this. Wargaming, things that are all too possible now, it seems. I even told you that a vote on the Palestinian state was coming this fall, and the world would point their finger to the great Satan and the little Satan. If you watch this program, you knew all of this was coming. All of it. But your neighbors have been taught lies. Here's the Secretary of State. This is the most disingenuous thing I've ever seen from Hillary Clinton. And I've heard some disingenuous things like, "He loves me," from Hillary Clinton. We're facing an Arab awakening that no one could have imagined and few predicted. Let me show you, Hillary Clinton, how low you are on the think tank of life. A self-educated, former alcoholic, former DJ, 5 p.m. talk show host who's not hosting a show on that beloved and so intellectually stimulating Al Jazeera, figured it out. But you, your big, fat, cigar-smoking husband, George Soros, and the entirety of the State Department couldn't see it coming? You're either an idiot or a liar.
Both.
Both, the audience says. Someone should elect me president of the United States. No, don't elect me president of the United States. Where's my pipe? I just threw it. Darn. Do we have it? Yes, yes. I could be. Yeah, like Leonardo DiCaprio, I could be king of the world. Please. Then we have the George Soros-funded International Crisis Group. This one stuck out to me because this is the group that started the ball rolling. International Crisis Group. They're quoted in the New York Times article saying, quote, "The region has come unglued. All the tools," quote, listen to this, "all of the tools the United States has marshaled in the past are no longer effective." Huh. That's unfortunate for us now, isn't it? All the tools are no longer effective. And yet they're in the process of trying to give us new tools, more effective, more exciting tools. Guess who one of the founding members of ICC is? You may remember her, Cass Sunstein's wife, Samantha Power, architect of the responsibility to protect doctrine that was used to get America into the war that we're fighting for 187 days. Don't worry, it will only take us about 5. The radicals are running the show right now, and your neighbors are being lied to. It is why I started this network, so we can say the truth like this. You see the cover of New York Magazine, the first Jewish president? No, you want the truth? The cover should be this: the first Maoist president. The President Barack Obama, the truth is the best friend Mao ever had.
GBTV. The truth lives here.
Imagine you had one little box, and in it was endless entertainment, like your favorite TV shows, or exactly the movie you're in the mood for, whatever that mood might be. And what if this same little box also put thousands of other choices at your fingertips, like music, news, even live sports, all on demand? This little box pours on the fun for the entire family, even the birds. Stop dreaming, start streaming. Get Roku. Tons of entertainment, one little box.